Hi, I'm Jackie.
And I'm Candace. Welcome to WTF,
Women Talk Finance.
Our WTF podcast will take a simplified approach to finance, and we talk about investing, a topic we believe women don't talk enough about.
We'll discuss common financial questions and challenges that women face in business and throughout their personal lives. A quick disclaimer before we start. The opinions that we're going to discuss are just that. They're just our opinions. We are not here to give investment advice. We will be talking about who we are, what we're about, and what information we'll be bringing to you.
We'll be speaking to women from all walks of life whose experience will help us frame some of the issues and challenges that women face today in business. Maybe you're starting your own company and investing in your future.
We're going to talk about knowing your worth in the workplace, how to ask for that raise, and we'll also talk about investing, something we believe that women don't talk about enough. You'll find this is a common theme throughout our podcast to come. How to invest, different kinds of investments, and how to pay yourself first. We're going to give you actionable information that will allow you to understand how to make your future better starting today. Why did we start this podcast? Well, we just launched a company called Row.
Row Capital Group is different. As a diversified digital investment platform led predominantly by results-oriented women entrepreneurs, Row is committed to empowering the next generation with financial independence. We strive to educate investors like yourself so you can make solid investment decisions. We have an extensive network of partners and advisors working to provide you with access to strategic, early-stage, low market correlated investment opportunities.
This is exciting. This is our first episode of WTF.
WTF!
Women Talk Finance.
Yes, they do.
I'm Jackie Kuiper.
And I'm Candace Powell.
And we are here with the WTF Women Talk Finance podcast, as we have just launched a new women-led entrepreneurial enterprise called Row Capital Group.
Row is results-oriented women entrepreneurs, and we are really excited to launch this digital space for people of all walks of life to find different, investment opportunities in the alternative space. And it's really just a place for people to network and build their palette of investments.
I think too, what's so important about Row is it's about access. Mm-hmm. I know personally, before I met you, before I started working with this group and this company, if I was interested in investing and if I wanted alternative investments, I know I can go to the stock market and buy my stocks on an online platform, okay, great. But if I wanted alternative investments, if I wanted a real estate project, or if I wanted to go invest in crypto or in a local project, I may not know the first place to start. Row brings access to these types of, what would typically not be accessible private deals. And we're saying, hey, accredited investors, check this out. You interested in something that's not your typical Wall Street investment? And we give those people access, which is super cool.
Pre-internet days, the way that these alternative investments got done, the way a lot of investing got done, but especially the alternative space, which is really where, people can make a lot of money. You had to know somebody.
Yep.
You had to know, you had to have the invite to get in. We want to remove that need for the invite. You don't need the invitation. You are welcome to the party.
Invites out.
The invite's here.
Caveat, alternative investments are risky.
Yes.
We're going to make our disclosures. We're going to talk with you about the risks. But it comes back to just having access first.
Right. But one thing we realized was we talk about finance all day. We talk about all things money related, lifestyle related, and how that ties back to money. And then that conversation stops at the door. Even in our personal, we've worked together, but we're also really good friends.
Yep.
But the money conversation outside of professionalism has stopped.
I don't take it outside of here. I don't know that I ever have, and I don't know that any of my girlfriends ever have. We don't talk about money.
Yeah.
So let's change that.
So we're changing that.
Normalize the conversation.
We're talking about money.
And investing in yourself. That's going to be a big key to this, especially this is geared toward women. We welcome listeners of any demographic, but this is geared towards women because, again, I think for men, historically, those conversations probably come a little more natural and happen with more frequency. And for women, I don't think they do. So let's change that.
What started as you and I in a lot of meetings texting and oh gosh, I don't know.
Google it.
I don't know what this word means. And then sharing it with each other, recognizing and having this camaraderie and, oh, thank God she doesn't know either. Okay,
yes.
Cool. And then cheering each other on to when we would ask really good questions. Because there's times where we've been in a room, it's been intimidating, we've asked a really good question and somebody will say, that's a great question. And you're like, asked a good question. But taking that kind of nervousness out of being able to ask the questions and put yourself in the room and saying like, I'm sitting at this table, I'm going to be a part of this table, be a part of this conversation.
I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay in these conversations.
Yeah.
And then as you learn and as you grow, you become more financially savvy. You can engage even more in those conversations, and you can maintain your level of financial confidence, knowing that those conversations are always going to be a place for you. And you can extend that to your network, to your other girlfriends. Have those conversations, normalize them, and then deepen them. What happens when you start investing, and then you start investing in things that you believe in, investing in ESG, which we'll talk about. So a lot of exciting things to come.
Yeah, we want to take the WTF out of all things finance and be able to give people a little bit of confidence, and maybe it's just the little nuggets to have the conversation with friends or with someone you trust. So
love it.
Super
With that,
excited.
let's kick off our podcast and let's start having some of these conversations. Like and subscribe in the link below, and we'll meet you here for the next episode. Thanks for listening to Women Talk Finance.